evening, and welcome to Wholesome Roots.
Welcome to Wholesome Roots.
Hi, everybody.
The boys have said hi, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Hello, Samson Farms. How are you?
Hope everybody's eating.
Anybody else in the room?
Yeah.
We got 0 people watching.
But there's already somebody in the chat, so how's that possible? That ain't possible. It's not possible. It's not. It's because it's not possible, right? Okay, so who else is here? We're here. We're here on time and everything, and Ryan's actually here.
And this is here.
And this is here.
And this is here.
There
There they are. Now they're rolling in.
But it still says 0 watching. What's
Well,
going on
ignore
with
that. Anna K. Cooley, Valerie D. 180 from average. Deborah Sanders, Sabine Cody, Mama Tried Homestead, Little Creek Homestead, JD Allison, Deb Kettleston, and Sub-Zero Infinity, and Paige D. Hello, Michelle Justice. Oh my goodness, all of our wonderful, wonderful friends. So good to see you guys. You know, not many people plan their Friday nights around hanging out with their friends online, but I don't really have a whole lot of friends outside of online. Hi, Lori. So it's good that I have you guys to have a fun time with. Hello, Brownco Homestead and Xavier, Hope Thomas. How is everybody tonight? I hope you're all having a great evening.
Oh, now it says 10 people are watching.
I think I counted more than 10 people that I said
No,
hello
18.
to.
It just jumped to 18.
Oh, yeah. They're rolling in.
Okay. All right, make sure you hit that like button on the way in.
Michael Hernandez. Did I already say hi to Sub-Zero Infinity? I think so. Yes, I got you earlier. Excellent. Glad to hear y'all are doing well. Some of us are old and have no fun night. Hey, this is too fun, Deb.
Yeah, we're not old.
Remember that light. And I remembered to change it to live chat, and it's back to top chat. Why is that? That's weird. Andy's Backyard and Shop is in the house. We are doing well. How about y'all? Lori likes your shirt. It's so metal.
It's not metal, though.
It's not.
It's like the opposite of metal.
No,
They're not metal.
They're not metal, but
They're like the Grateful Dead, the newest version of them.
they're a what do I call it?
Jam band?
Jam band.
They're
Thank you.
a jam band. But, yeah, the shirt's
not-
metal. The shirt's totally metal. Yeah, I get it.
You're not old, Deb. Stop that. I just see flames.
Yeah.
Flames and tie-dye. So Ryan and I are not actually really headbangers. It was funny because, you know, we got those concert tickets for free. They were, you know, he won them. Titus, you just came in from being outside. And it's a cacophony of sounds happening behind me here at Wholesome Roots. The animals are speaking. What do they want?
Oh, I don't know.
Talk about the concert. It was great. It was good. Oh, what I was gonna say though, is we got like 5 or 6 or 7 thumbs down on the video, and I had to take it down because like it was like getting all kinds of like hate, and I was like, for going to a concert, we're getting thumbs down? That's evil.
Yeah. I'm a headbanger. Well, I like music.
I think in
Of all
middle
sorts.
school I was a headbanger.
I listen to all
I'm
kinds
not
of
now.
music, and that does include some heavy metal from time to time. So, but those concert tickets I won on the radio. Actually, I've won quite a few concert tickets on the radio before. So, kind of a weird fact about me. She's tending to the animals.
Alright, you got water.
See if that's
You got water.
what they needed. I'm not sure.
Alright, be nice. I know you just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Deborah Sanders says, I got my chicken coops today for a few repairs and some painting, and I'll be ready to start the chickens.
That is awesome.
And the goat barn is halfway completed. I'm so excited to watch you and the goats, and it makes me smile.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations. You are this close. That is exciting. What kind of chickens are you going to get? And I would ask what kind of goats, but I might be biased on my favorite. Yeah, my music tastes have mellowed out. Like, I think in middle school, I was a headbanger. But I also listened to funk, too. And I didn't fit into any of the social groups. Because in middle school, social groups were usually by what music you listened to. And it was like, I liked listening to everything. But as I got older, I just started to listening to more and more of what I listened to growing up. So I now listen to my mom's music mainly. You know, all the old hippie folk music, you know, the Dead, the Cat Stevens, Janis Joplin, you know, anything along those lines kind of makes me feel happy. Peter, Paul, and Mary. I like folk, the old folk stuff. And I like the new folk, too. What are those bands that I like that are newer?
Lumineers.
Yeah.
Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons, so, yeah.
I was raised on classic rock.
A lot of classic
As
rock
any-
in my, too.
Any child should be raised on classic rock, in my opinion. But I do like a little bit of everything.
Rhode Island Reds. Those are really, really reliable chickens. They are my number one. If somebody's a new chicken owner, they're the first ones I'm going to recommend to people who are just starting out or just want to have a real reliable egg production. What about the Avett brothers? Don't know them? I'm not sure. They're not familiar to me. What was the Allman Brothers? Yep. We've gone to Allman Brothers concert together. But yeah, music is good. I like any kind of music. If it's live music, it's even better. When we have bonfires, which we haven't had in a while, but when we have a bonfire where we invite everybody over, you know, a potluck, and everybody brings a dish of food, and we provide the main course, and all our friends come over, we always say, bring your instruments, and people will bring guitars and stuff, and we'll all just sing around the campfire. You know, we're just having fun. Okay, good to know, Mama Tried Homestead. I'll have to look them up. That's, the name doesn't ring a bell, so I would definitely need to look at their music. Southern rock and classic rock, absolutely. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Paige D. That is a wonderful blessing. Ryan just stepped out with the dog. He'll be back in just a minute, and I'll have him give you the full report. I'll tell you what, while he's not here, that boy about cried. His eyes welled up when he opened the packages from the P.O. box. You have no idea how happy and how blessed you have made us. I just blown away. Thank you so much, Paige. It's very, very appreciated. And will be put to great use. Already has. I now know that my barn is 75 yards from my house. It's a good thing to know, right? That's a long way to walk every day. Oh, I like anything from Bon Jovi, Carol Emerald, to Sarah Brightman and Joe. I don't know any of those people. I'm not really good about knowing music that I don't know, if that makes sense. I know the ones that I know, and then I don't listen to the radio. Is part of the problem. I never have a radio going in the house, and when I'm in the car, I'm not in the car very often, ever. And if I am, it's with Ryan, and he's always playing something off of his music list. If everything goes right, I will be looking forward to meeting you at the Homesteaders of America. Oh my gosh! A ride from the airport. I'm coming into Dulles Airport. When are you coming in, Brownco? I'm sure we could find you a ride. I'm sure of it. I am traveling with my friends, flying in on Wednesday evening. And they're getting a rental car. I don't know. I can't promise that they'll give you a ride, but I can promise you we'll find somebody who can pick you up from the airport. That is so exciting. I can't wait to meet you. Oh, Deborah Sanders, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Another generous donation. That would be so exciting. Brian, you have a super chat that's asking you a question. Just as you left, it popped up.
What?
Your buddy Paige.
Hi, Paige. I'm very excited for the gear. I haven't had a chance to put it to use yet, but it's coming. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go out. We just had a really big rain tonight, so... Hey, hold on.
Don't hit the dog cage.
I'm hoping that
Don't grab it from him.
create
Just tell
some-
him no and let him have it.
hope that creates some movement out there. And I'm gonna put up the trail cam and stuff like that. Can't wait to use that stuff. Thank you so much.
Little baby.
Yeah, so I don't listen to a radio. I listen to my Pandora
Nice.
stations. So
One of
I
those nights.
I often have music on as well. It's just always Pandora. So expanding my knowledge to new music is kind of limited. Thursday morning, somewhere around 7 or 8 a.m. Okay, I know Thursday morning is. I'm checking in to my. I'm volunteering Thursday, so I know I won't be around. But let me put a word out to a few people that are gonna be in that area with vehicles and see what we can do. That's exciting. Sorry, I missed some people coming in and missed a bunch of comments here. Carla Ellis, good evening, Rose. Just got home from work and feeding the chickens. Hope you're feeling better. I have my ups and downs. I've had a few days this week that were really, I felt really tired. I felt like I needed my coffee. I'm off of caffeine now, thanks to Little Creek, Vicky, sending me Choffee, which helped me adjust to the change of not having caffeine. I still have my hot mug of creamy goodness with my goat milk, so it still feels like caffeine, but it felt like I was missing it this week. You know, it just felt tired.
Guess who's back?
He's back.
Back again.
If you're on Amazon Prime, they have good stations and you can create playlists. I think you do that, right?
I use Amazon Prime Music. I do. They have, if you have Amazon Prime or your family has Amazon Prime, you get Amazon Music. And then if you pay a little bit extra, you get Amazon Unlimited, which is about the same as Spotify or iTunes, I guess. But Amazon Prime Music's pretty good as is. So, and there's no commercials. I can't stand commercials. You guys don't like them.
That's great, Round Coat Homestead, that you won the tickets. That is wonderful. Deborah says, I've heard about DE and I've been using it with the dogs. How much would you suggest for goats? You're using it in their food? Well, I don't know. DE internally is kind of a question mark area of how effective it can be, because it's said that when DE becomes wet, it's no longer harmful to insects.
No.
I personally have a hard time fully believing that. I want to believe that it works internally. I've used it, remember, we used it on our cats a while back when they had worms that you could see. They had tapeworm. Mm-hmm. And we used it for 3 days, and they no longer had tapeworm. They had a lot more come out because of the DE, and then it was gone. So, you know, I kind of believe it works, but I don't know that it does. There's no definite studies that it does work. I guess that's I'm kind of that science-y person that's always looking at the studies and the research that's been done, and I haven't used it solely for treating anything. The pig, we used it for the pig. We never gave her herbal dewormers. We just gave her DE in her food.
All of our
food has
our
DE.
our non-GMO food that we use all has DE in it. So somebody believes in that, or
It's
is it
to keep
is it
insects
to keep
out of the
bugs
feed.
out of the feed? Yeah,
Is
I don't know.
a big reason to use it in feed.
I mean, it's multi-purpose. It's cheap. It's not going to hurt. You know, so you could try it.
Yeah, I think it's got some mineral benefits.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad thing to add to the food.
Probably
It's
got
great for
calcium.
external parasites. It works great on mites or lice. So, but you just have to be careful they don't breathe it in. What herbs then are better? Land of Havilah and Molly's Herbals are the two main competitors that sell to the public at large. Then on Amazon, there's a product called Granny's Best, and there's another one that's Wildcraft, I think, is the brand name. But when I've looked at the ingredients in all of the different herbal dewormers that are available on the market, they all have some great attributes. They don't all have the same ingredients list. So that's one of the reasons why the what's the name of that book? The Livestock Herbal Manual or whatever is on my Amazon wish list, is because I have heard. Now, Fur Meadows also makes a herbal dewormer. Fur Meadows and Land of Havilah and Molly's Herbals are the top 3 herbal livestock makers. They make different stuff for livestock. And Fur Meadows is who I get the GI Soother from. And she wrote a book about herbs, their uses, and their dosages for goats. So each one of the herbs in her book is listed out how much of that herb you should use. So my plan is to take all of the recipes, combine them together, make a list of every ingredient in them, pull out the ones that I know are not doing any good, like pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are great if you give a whole cup to each goat. If you're giving a tablespoon of herbal dewormer and it's got pumpkin seeds in it, you're obviously not giving a high enough dose of pumpkin seeds for it to be effective. Still great nutrition, but not gonna heal any of the parasites. So I would take that out of my formula. A lot of people add stevia to their herbal mixes to make the goats enjoy it more. I found that the goats either like it or they don't. I don't think stevia is gonna make a difference. So some of my goats, I have to drench it to get them to take it. Others, I can sprinkle it on their food. They get used to it after a while. They start to get used to that flavor. So I want to make a list of all of those, go through it, and evaluate each herb individually and see what it's best for, how effective it is. The two that you have to be careful with about overdosing is black walnut and wormwood. And I like that Molly's Herbals has a separate recipe that she has the black walnut and wormwood in that she uses every 6 to 8 weeks and says not to use on pregnant goats. So to me, that's the real hardcore push of getting any worms that were missed during the weekly deworming. That'll take care of any that have snuck in. So it's really a very effective procedure. Not procedure, that's not the right word. Method. It's a very effective method to keep your weekly herbal dewormer, and then every 6 to 8 weeks, give them something a little stronger to make sure that you're covering anything that might have an issue. And also to have something available that's a little stronger if you do see pale eyelids. When I see those pale eyelids, I pull out my Formula 1 from Molly's Herbal, which has the 2 stronger ingredients, and I dose that animal with that and with essential oils that are good for deworming as well. So, whew. All right. Was that too long of an answer? I feel like there was like no talking in the chat room. Did I just bore you guys? Did we lose a bunch of people? Are y'all still here? That is one of my big goals, is to make my own formula of herbal dewormer and mix it myself, buy bulk herbs from the bulk herb companies, mix it myself, and have a cheaper, more effective, great formula that is totally going to keep my herd healthy. So I'm really trying to get to that point. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of research and a lot of intense studying, but that's the kind of thing I love studying. I mean, it's herbs and goats. Those are my like 2 favorite things.
So did I hear you were boring everybody to tears? Is that what I heard?
They stopped talking. The chat room stood still during that long speech.
I got up and left. I don't blame them.
I would grow some of my own herbs if they were easy, convenient, fast, and affordable to put the energy into growing them. But the bulk herb companies have such great products that I could easily buy from them and not have to give myself too much extra work. The Herbal Goat Woman. There you go. That could be the title of my first book. The Goat Babe. Oh, Little Creek has a new video out. Everybody go check it out. Never bored to tears with Rose. Captivated, yes. I want a signed copy. Okay. You got it, Anna. I would like to. I think I would start with an ebook and make it something that I could easily get out to the public. Something that, just goes over the basics of goat care. Maybe even the basics of gardening, like a primer, like a 101 type ebook. And then if that did well, then I could go into a deeper, into the meat of things and create an actual book someday. We'll see. I used to want to be an author when I was younger, and I actually started writing. What I was doing is writing kind of like a autobiography, but like in fiction. So it was like really dramatically different than what my life actually was. It was actually set back in the olden days, like in the 1800s. And I started writing it, and I should find that. It's somewhere. I have it somewhere. I would love to go back and read that, because I was young when I did that, and I got quite a few chapters written. It was like I was really writing a book. Goats gardening, I would buy it. Yeah, it would be a good way for me to make a passive income. Once I write the book, I don't have to. That's a lot of effort into doing that one time, and then it's out there, and it can be shared and continue to make money over the long term. The consensus is in. I need to write a book.
She could write several books, not just goat care. She could write gardening books, recipe books, you name it.
Fermenting.
She could write all kinds of books. So
I love fermenting.
Don't stop encouraging her on that. Maybe she'll get around to doing it.
In my free time.
In her free time. She works so much doing this, guys. I come home from working the full day at work. I start my work days 6:30 in the morning.
I don't start that early.
5:45. I started at 5:45 this morning, and I come home from work, and she's editing from the day, and she goes on through after dinner sometimes. So she works really hard. So
You're sweet. He works really hard too, but you guys already know that. You see all that. You don't see the behind the scenes stuff.
my work is the behind the scenes stuff, the chores and
True.
stuff.
And he does a lot of housework, ladies. Find you a man that will do the dishes for you after dinner. You know, sweet, good man. Start small with a basic 101 and go from there so you're not overwhelmed. Exactly. And the 101 would give me the outline for the full book. You know what I mean? I did a class for the Homestead of America. Not the Homesteaders of America. What's the Atlanta group called?
Food for thought?
No, the Atlanta Homestead.
Atlanta. Homestead Atlanta.
Homestead Atlanta.
The Homestead Atlanta.
The Homestead Atlanta. That's what it is. The Homestead Atlanta, which is a miniature traveling folk school, basically, that teaches a bunch of different classes. Their inaugural year, Ryan and I were their two biggest classes, their two biggest teachers. I taught Gardening 101, and he taught winemaking. And both of our classes were sold out, and they did great, and they got tons of great feedback. And I have the outline that I did for that class in written form. I went ahead and started writing and filling in the outline so that I could have it all written down for my blog. But my blog never really got any traffic. My blog kind of, I got like, maybe 10 views on each blog post. So it never felt like it was taking off. So I think that's why YouTube has been more fun for me, is because I see more results. I get more than 10 views on my videos now. So
Teaching classes was a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work as well. I didn't like how you had to set a date so far in advance and hold to it. I just didn't like that.
Ryan doesn't like to plan anything. If y'all don't know, I can't make plans with this man for nothing.
No, it's like I know it's coming, and I procrastinate, and I don't know, I finally put a lot of energy into it, and then it's done, and you feel really good about it, and it's like, wow, I did that. That was cool. Do I really want to do it again? One day. But
I think if we did it here, it would be easier.
We went way up in Atlanta.
Traveling up into Atlanta was really hard because we had to make sure we had all of our supplies, and we had to make sure all the props and everything for the garden. It's kind of hard to pack a bunch of stuff for a gardening class into your truck and drive to Atlanta.
Yeah. And for the winemaking, I couldn't do the winemaking how I really wanted to, where everybody made muscadine wine from fresh grapes, so I compromised and had everybody make a gallon of wine from juice concentrate instead, which worked fine, but I had to make sure everybody had a 1 gallon carboy, everybody had an airlock.
Yeah, so we had to drive all the way to Columbus first to buy all the winemaking supplies.
And buying, 30 1 gallon carboys at a time was like, well, you want 30 of them? Well, I have to order that, so it wasn't super
Daryl
easy.
Hopper, your first time on. Good. Glad you could join us. I hope you are enjoying the live chat. We're kind of being talky tonight, huh? Everybody in the chat room isn't being as chatty as usual. We're the chatty ones tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
That's good, though, right? We're giving you some good info, I hope. If you want help getting your outline done, I would love to help. I have many questions on goats, so I would make sure you get all of those new to goat questions. I have written 10 books. Xavier, that would be wonderful. I would love that. That would be really cool. I've got a list in my notebook. My notebook's usually right here. It's not. It's over there. Of all of the goat care, natural goat care 101 videos that I want to do to help people. I've done many of them already, but I have a list of more that I want to do. And I think just looking at that list of the things that people have asked videos for would be a really good place to start on an outline for a book too.
Yeah.
Interested in composting for gardens too. You know, a lot of people seem to be so interested in composting for gardens, and I guess because I grew up with a mom that was very fundy with her composting methods, and they worked so great. I've never really thought about, you know, explaining composting as much. That's a good idea, though.
Hey, Thomas Linden. You're from Covington. I was just in Covington delivering a bunch of plants to all the Krogers in that area, so go to Kroger and you'll see some stuff I dropped off.
Ooh, Sammy and the boys should totally do a collaboration, Little Creek Homestead. Rowan is really wanting to do videos, his own videos, like his own YouTube channel. And I'm just like, that means a lot more editing for me. But Daryl Hopper asks, so what's y'all's story? State. Just a quick rundown, please. So Daryl, I don't know if you're familiar with our channel at all, if you've watched any of our videos, or if you just popped into this live show. So I'll just start out by saying that we're homesteaders. Basically, we like to inspire people to grow their own food. Mainly, growing food is, whether it's growing food by growing your own eggs, milk, or produce. It's just really important to us to know how to do that, to make sure that you know how to do that. And I think that that's a really important story to tell, and to inspire people to do that as well, and teach them how to. Show them that it can be done. Even if you have obstacles you have to overcome, it can still be done. How close are you getting to the milker? We had an additional, since the last time you asked, I forget what the total was when I told you. I haven't looked at it recently, but we had an additional $122 added to that. So it's still not there, but we're getting closer. Every week is a little bit closer. So we're hopeful that it will be eventually. And I'm sure it will be. I mean, we've got a little ways to go still, but you know, it's good. The curcumin that I got from many subscribers that sent me some curcumin has really been helping. My hands definitely aren't hurting as much, so I think that that's good. Jane A. Golden Pyrenees, so good to see you.
You're late.
How is everything?
Early late.
58. Are these your meat birds? Or foraging your own food, too. Yes, part-time permies brought up a very important part, Daryl. We like to forage our own food as well. Ryan's going to be hunting, too, so that's going to be another aspect of getting your own food. Hey! Catherine is here! Little Bits of Heaven Homestead. So good to see you. I don't think you've ever been in one of our live shows. I'm glad you made it. Oh, we are not, Lori. We're not brilliant. We just really care about it. We're very passionate about what we do. You've been helping me with my new goat. First time dairy goat owner here. Good. If you ever have any questions, shoot me an email or send me a PM through Facebook. Facebook Wholesome Roots Passionate Plants, or the Facebook group Wholesome Roots Farmstead Friends. Either way, I'm very easy to reach, and I am literally there at all hours of the day and night. Ryan has seen me up at 3 o'clock in the morning helping people through goat labors and issues.
Has.
And people I'd never met, you know. They were also a stop on the Great American Farm Tour done by Justin Rhodes last year. That's right.
That was
Hi,
actually this year, wasn't it?
No.
Or was that last year?
Yes.
That was a long time ago. It's still.
We already had our year anniversary.
Oh, we did. Okay. I'm just confused. They just released the video this year.
No, the final.
Yeah.
They finished their. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. They were on day number 7 of their trip. So they were still really tired from their rush to get out the door and get the bus finished. If you followed that story at all, you know that they had a lot of complications in the end that made it hard for them to get to the finish line. And so by the time they got here on the 7th day, they were just like, I mean, Justin just went and laid down in the bus the entire time. Almost. So we got a very short, good little dinner with them and a nice video. So it was fun. And I just love those kids. And Rebecca and I have bonded a lot over this past year too, because I've recently been diagnosed with the same issue that she has, Hashimoto's. So that's been really great to have somebody that I already knew that I could connect with. Your new neighbors are homesteaders. Oh, that is so cool. That is always good when that happens.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Marge Perez. That's a very sweet thing to say. They're all poets because a buddy sold me like 900 pounds of 20% chick starter grower, which isn't high enough for broilers. They need 24%.
Or if you could supplement that protein somehow.
Well, them being chicks with scrambled eggs. Thank you so much. May not catch many lies as it's 1:39 a.m. here. Woo, it's late. Where are you, Cheryl Seedhouse? We need vids on the mighty hunter. If no deer can hunt these sheep.
I've thought about it.
I told him when he got that rangefinder out, I was like, don't use the goats.
I actually was judging the distance from me to Eugene. At the time, he was 55 yards away, so a little bit out of range. I didn't.
Add legumes. That's a great suggestion, Daryl. Just dropping in to say hi and bye. Dropped 8 trees today and taught a 4-hour nature crafts class. I'm pooped. Smallwood Homestead, that sounds like an amazing, amazing day. I cannot wait to hear all about it. That sounds like my kind of day. We were just talking about teaching classes, and those can be a lot of fun, but they are very exhausting. So you get your rest. They were tired here too, but with all that traveling and planning and videoing and editing, I completely get it. They didn't show it in their videos though. No, they didn't. They sure didn't. The kids did play nice together. They had a blast. My neighbor has goats and wants to get into dairy goats. I'm catching the fever. Hubby doesn't want to build goat fencing, so I'll just dream for a while.
You can do like we do with the Premier fencing.
If you're not in the desert, don't do it if you're in the desert, because when the grounding rod doesn't work, it doesn't work. 25 goats get in your barn. What does one do when they get almost half a ton of chick food? Go out and buy up all the 25-cent clearance chicks from Tractor Supply. Is that what you did? You're crazy. I would do it too, though, wouldn't I?
Probably.
I was about to say something.
Oh. You have something to say?
Birch is my favorite wood.
Birch is your favorite wood.
Yeah.
That's great. You seem to be doing better with your Hashimoto's disease. I know it is a very serious, and my prayers are with you. I'm glad to see you seem to be feeling better. My prayers are always with you. Thank you so much. A big part of the change is, the diet and the supplements and everything are helping so much. But a big part of the change is here, mentally. Hashimoto's can cause a lot of anxiety and depression. I was not good. For a long time, I was not okay. Ask him. I'm not gonna lie. I was faking the smile on the video so many months of just pushing through as hard as I could to try to stay okay. But I was not okay. And I am now. I'm in a great place now. I've got nothing but positive attitude. I'm just like, I want to make everything awesome. You're in the Highlands of Scotland. Oh, I want to go. Can I come? Some of your ancestors were Scottish. I think we have Scottish in our ancestry DNA, right? The
Orkney Islands.
Orkney Islands.
Or half my DNA originated, it says.
Yeah, mine too. Our DNAs came out the same. Just starting up my homestead. We have spare rooms
The
for
origin.
visitors. We are surrounded by distilleries. Come on, Ryan, let's go. Ryan would love that. Ryan loves to brew. I'm dreaming too. I'm always having to leave this early for one reason or another. Tonight I get to watch it all the way through. Oh, I'm so glad. Hey, 50 chickens in a hen house. How are you? Grab 100 Cornish cross and add some bulk legumes to the mix. They will go through that before 8 weeks, plus sell the excess. Great idea. There's a few I'll be keeping for layers, but I'm going to resell most of them, even if it's only $2 each. I'll still make a good profit because the feed was so cheap. You look genuinely happy tonight. I am. I love that word, genuinely. It's like, it's not faked. Oftentimes it can be, okay? It's definitely getting better. Love that boy. Liam was so cute today. Those naughty goats. Oh, Liam is so funny. Deb said she was worried about me, man. You were checking up on me an awful lot, and I appreciate that, dear friend. I feel better. I feel a lot better. Go for Green Living. Hello, how are you? I watched the goat hoof trimming. I think I can do it. You can. I also watched the test for the eyes. I think I can do that, too. I'll have to experiment when I get my goats. You should be able to do it. It's pretty easy. Once you start doing it, it gets easier. You're rocking the eyeshadow tonight, goat babe. I was trying to match my dress. It's got the blue in it, so I was like, I have to put some blue on my eyelids. I'm probably about half Scottish, quarter Dutch, and some English. Whew, all mixed up. And I can't even pretend to say that other word that you said. Also, they were out of CC chicks, and they aren't getting to get any more this season. You're welcome to visit as long as you don't mind helping with the animals. Always willing to help. Always. Sorry I'm late. I was fixing dinner. Hello, Duncan. Glad you could join us, Brenda. In my DNA, I'm a mutt from every country except Finland and Portugal. We could be cousins. I work in the medical field, so I know how serious it is. You're doing so good. Well, I think going the natural approach has been the best decision I could ever make. I think that's made the biggest difference. And to really be strict about the diet. I've been really good. He had cheesecake for his birthday. I didn't eat even a lick of my finger of that cheesecake, and I wanted to so.
She did. I was like right up in her face with it too. I put the fork there and then I pulled it away.
Yes. He didn't really do that. He's not that mean. I love working with animals. Yes, I do too. It would be fun. How old are your hens? 50 chickens in a hen house that aren't laying? I can definitely see a big difference in your videos from when you felt bad to now. Big improvement. So happy now. Thank you. I'm hoping that people see that improvement, and it encourages people. The feed was $1 for a 20-pound bag. There were 55 bags. Woo! I'd be like buying them all.
I said Ojibwa.
Ojibwa. Native American, though you wouldn't be able to tell looking at me. No. I bet you do make an amazing cheesecake. Cheesecake is my favorite. Hey, Haywire Homestead. Glad you could join us, Jen. Keto gluten-free cheesecake, girly. Ooh. I'd have to make it with goat cream cheese.
Do it.
I can do it. I have some cream cheese culture. So, that would be good. I made it once, didn't I? A goat cream cheesecake.
I think so.
I did. I know I did. And it was good. I could totally do that. I mean, I'm not supposed to have sugar either. Sugar's really bad for me. But I am okay with the exception of some cane sugar, some organic cane sugar, or some really, real sugar that hasn't been adulterated or bleached or anything. But not often. I have to be careful about that. For his birthday, I had these. They're Susie's is the brand. Soozys. And they're in the freezer section of the natural food area. And they have chocolate chip cupcakes. But they're not cupcakes. But they're not. They're muffins. Chocolate chip muffins, blueberry muffins, and sweet potato muffins. I've only bought the chocolate ones because that was the first one I bought. And, oh my gosh, they are so good. They are so good. So I could totally cheat every once in a while with one of those. They're not muffins, though. I mean, like, this chocolate one is more like a cupcake. And so that's what I had for his birthday. While they had their cheesecake, I ate my little tiny chocolate gluten-free muffin. Oh.
What?
Well, that's interesting that they're not laying. When did they stop laying? Or did they never lay? Are they going through a molt? Are you seeing a lot of feathers on the ground? Are they bald on their backs? Are there any signs of parasites? Are there any predator stresses? That can make chickens stop laying. Exactly, Deborah. Exactly. If you can find it, try coconut sugar. I meant to add that. I put monk fruit on my wish list. I need to add coconut sugar because I've not seen that available in my store, or monk fruit. So I will add that to my Amazon wish list because that's one I've heard is really good for people that aren't supposed to have sugar. Hello, Diana at Justice Acres. I didn't see you talking earlier. I'm sorry if I missed you. Sorry if I missed anybody else saying hello. I kind of been skimming through the chat from time to time. Anna Cooley, you don't use sweeteners at all. Do you use stevia drops or stevia grain, powdered stevia? Any kind of stevia? Or do you just skip it altogether? I use honey sometimes too. Raw, local, or not organic because honey can't be organic, but good quality. I think it's really important that the food that you put in your body is good quality and that it helps. No one is laying. Oh my goodness. I got pigs. And then I found a place to get free food, corn, apples, other fruit, 700 pounds at a time, as often as they could get it. That's amazing. Nope, I have 3 hens molting, though. They stopped about 3 weeks ago. Ducks are laying great, though. Huh, weird. Oh, thank you, Keb. Deb, you don't have to do that. Keb, I mixed up your first and last name. Carrie Hyatt, I'm gonna look for a cheesecake recipe for you. Remember, I admin a gluten-free recipe group. Ah, that's right. Yeah. Carrie, that would be amazing. Yeah, I almost cheated and ate some of the cream cheese part thinking, I eat goat dairy, so the cow dairy shouldn't harm me too much. And I've had some organic cane sugar, so it shouldn't hurt me too much. And I almost ate just the cream cheese part without the crust. And then I was like, no, I can't do it. And I looked at the ingredients, and in the filling, there was flour. I'm so glad I didn't touch that. Gluten would have made me... I'm pretty sure gluten would have made me pretty sick if I had. My chickens just went through their first molt and now are starting to lay eggs again. It took about 2.5 weeks. Oh, I've had some chickens that go all winter. Yeah. Like they go into the winter with a molt and they just don't come back out of it until spring. I'm going to the Homesteaders of America. Ryan is staying home to take care of the children and the goats. Somebody's got to man the farm. Unfortunately, my farm sitter is in Germany right now, so she's definitely not available. We were thinking we wouldn't be able to afford 2 plane tickets anyway, So, and we ended up not being able to afford one plane ticket. But luckily, I have good friends, and one of them volunteered and bought my plane ticket. So, I'm going to be there. I was a little worried for a minute there. I didn't think I was going to make it because money's been tight and plane ticket was not in the budget. Even though we got one for $200, which is pretty good plane price. But I couldn't swing $200 if I wanted to. But we are going to be there. And I am so excited. I can't wait to help spread the word about wholesome roots and connect and market with other people, network with other people, and, you know, see all of the homesteaders that I've been missing since last year that I saw, and getting to meet all the new ones. It's going to be great. Speaking of the conference, the Homestead of America's conference, does anybody have any requests for filming from the conference? I have some ideas in mind of things that I want to make sure I film, but if anybody has anything specific that they want to make sure that I include in the films, let me know.
It's gonna be like a YouTube Steaders of America conference.
There's a lot of YouTubers there. A whole lot. Oh, wait, what'd I miss? Maybe I could make it to the end, but I need to go to bed now. Love you guys. Aw, sweet dreams, sweet Deborah. Thank you so much for joining us this long.
Thank you. We're
going to be wrapping it up
done.
in about 10 minutes anyway, but you almost made it, and we're glad that you did. We're glad that you joined us, and thank you for your generous contributions. A little bit hungry at this hour? Oh. Whoops. I'm scrolling too fast, Ryan, or did I do it just right? I can't wait to meet you in person too, Brenda. I didn't think about it earlier, but next year we should all make some extra t-shirts and trade at HOA. I would have liked to have done that, but the cost of t-shirts is just, it's not something I can afford to make extras of. This year I had to make another one because the one that I was gifted last year is completely faded and you can't even see the logo anymore. So I did get a really good deal from a friend of one of my subscribers. Is one of my subscribers' daughter-in-law. I think I got that right. It has a vinyl business, and she made some shirts for me, so just for me to be able to wear for the conference. We are looking into the possibility, if we like the shirts, if they hold up well and everything, of making them available for sale. So that would be really cool if that works out. All the candid moments. Yeah, I think the candid moments are fun. Good suggestion. Just take us with you in your pockets.
I told her she's going to have to just put me on FaceTime and just walk around with me there so I can see everything.
Hello, Green Gables Homestead. Glad you could join us even if it was late. Glad you had a nice dinner with your daughter and granddaughter. That's wonderful. I will not be having a booth at the HOA. I always think that that's the HOA for like neighborhoods, you know.
Oh yeah, Homeowners Association.
Homeowners Association, the Homestead of America's conference. I have nothing to sell, so I won't be able to do a booth. If there was something that was easy to pack in a suitcase and bring with me, I would probably do a booth. But without anything to sell, I don't really see any reason to pay for a booth if I can't make the money back somehow.
Just sell people on watching the channel.
Yeah. But I do that just by walking around and talking to people.
Yeah.
I probably will be doing what I did last year. Last year, I took my tomato seed collection and I took the ones that I had lots of, like hundreds of seeds of, and I divided them into little jewelry bags. And I put 10 seeds of each into the bag and handed them out to everybody. Anybody and everybody that I saw, I gave a pack of seeds to. And I had a little piece of paper in there with my logo. But it was not in color, and it wasn't very good. So I just got a lightning deal. It wasn't a lightning deal because it wasn't from Amazon. But you know what I mean. On... What's that name of that place that prints stuff? Vistaprint. I got business cards for $9.99, and I got them made up so that I can staple that to the baggie of seeds so that everybody will know who I am. Right? Good idea, right? Brenda, do you have anybody that you know could pick up Brown Coat Homestead, Daniel, at the Dulles Airport, which is only about an hour from where the conference is, on Thursday morning? His flight gets in Thursday morning. We are looking for somebody that can pick them up. Is it just you, Daniel, or do you have anybody going with you? I will reach out to some of the people that are planning and see if I can't post in the volunteer group and see if anybody will be able to do that.
It's only an hour away?
From the airport?
What about an Uber? Is that not in the question? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know these things.
I don't know how much Ubers cost.
I don't either. I've never used Uber. I just hear Uber a lot, so I don't know.
We have a discount going on pasta to be delivered at HOA. Could I post the info in your Facebook page? Yeah, your pasta is the best pasta I've ever had. Guys, if you haven't tried any of Part-Time Permies or Michigan Pasta Company, is that the name of the... do check them out. They are great. Handmade pasta. I mean, small batch made. I don't know that it's handmade, but it's awesome. It's really good. We just got wired internet, so I'm going to start doing 24/7 pen live streams, which will be great. Oh, very cool. If you find a local place to make t-shirts and have a bulk order, they are much more affordable to make, usually $5 to $10 each. But you need to know the sizes ahead of time. Oh, yeah, so bulk is $5. Yes, I see what you're saying. See, that was the problem with almost everybody that I've looked into for making t-shirts, is you have to buy them all in advance. And I can't do that. Maybe when I get my tax returns, I could do that. We try to use our tax returns as farm investments, and I consider my YouTube channel as part of the farm investment. It's hopefully going to generate a revenue for us someday. That kind of will cover some of the time and efforts that I've put into it. So that would be really cool to do. The person I'm working with is a mom. She's a stay-at-home mom that's doing vinyl business on the side, trying to make a little extra money. So I really like the idea of supporting her. But it's all going to depend on the quality of the shirts. And, you know, the pricing, too, is going to come into play. Absolutely. I want to make it easy for my fans to be able to... My fans. I hate that word. You guys are not fans. You're friends. I want it to be easy for my friends to order shirts. But I don't want it to be, you know, hard. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm babbling. Cheryl, you have a great evening. I hope you can join us on another chat. But if not, we'll see you in our videos in the future. Feel free to...
Good night.
I'm trying to scroll through. I guess I was a little behind here. West Michigan Pasta Provisions. That's right. I was close. That was pretty good, right? All small batch, yes. Oh no, Holly Stacklin, you missed most of it. We're almost done.
There's always somebody that...
right at the end.
Somebody
but we
comes
have
in
43
at the
people
end.
watching.
Yeah.
That's a pretty high number. We really can't get off of a live show when there's that many people watching, can we?
Do you think there's 43 thumbs up?
Are there 43
That
thumbs
would be
up?
really I can't see it.
I can't
so
see the
don't know.
thumbs up, so somebody give me an update on the thumbs up. We have 43 people watching. Everybody get over there and give a thumbs up so the tally comes in really high. We are offering 50% off if you use the code HOA 2018, and you have to select the Kalamazoo Farmers Market prearranged location for drop-off. That's a really great idea. You guys are so rocking it. You end up making more money off the shirts by purchasing a batch up front, but companies like Teespring is also an option. You make less, but they do all the work. I like the idea of making somebody else do all the work. That's for sure. Teespring, I'm not that familiar with. I know that Grizz was telling me that he made $50 in his first week of having t-shirts for sale. I like that sound. I mean, that's a lot of money to us. $50 a week? Like, wow, that would make a big difference. Did you get to try the meat that your farmer friends gave you? Yes. So I took the biggest roast he brought, and I put it in the Instant Pot with onions and garlic and carrots. And it was so good. It was like I was stealing meat off of other people's plates. Honest to goodness, ask him. I was literally like, "You're not going to eat that, are you?" After I got done eating mine. It was so good.
I tried to tell her to be cautious.
Why?
Because you hadn't had it. You didn't know for a fact that it wasn't going to bother you.
I know for a fact that Wayne does not feed his animals corn.
I believe that.
But anyway, it was so good. I loved it. It was so good. And he gave me a liver too. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to cook liver, he said it's really good. He said it's like steak. So I believe it's going to be yummy. I'll eat it just because I can. Edel Hanley, you're late. Oh, I'm sorry. 37 thumbs up.
And we're about to go.
Whoa, 40 now. I will have something for you as a token of my appreciation when I see you at the conference for everything that you've learned from you. Oh, you stop it. You don't have to do that. Thank you. You're sweet. We did a bonfire campaign for t-shirts. Didn't sell a lot of extras to others, but made about $10. Yeah, I looked into Bonfire. They made my logo look like weird. It was not, they changed all the colors in it. And I was like, nope. My logo is the colors that I want for a reason. I'm very picky about my logo. Very picky. Ask my graphic designer. I sent that thing back to her with drawn in lines around the goat's neck to make sure that the neck was just a little bit fatter and make sure the nose comes out a little bit more. I mean, like, seriously, I was very picky. I had to change the teats. I was like, no. Those teats look funny. That's not right. That's not proportionate. Mushroom and onions, medium well. Ooh. Liverwurst. Ooh. Send me a recipe for that. Part-time Burmese, please. Liver and onions and mushrooms sounds really good too. Nom. I only sold a dozen shirts. That's not bad though. Question: how many of them were your relatives and friends? Because I think that I would probably sell a dozen shirts, but it would probably be mainly my mom and my sister, you know. I'm with you, Ryan. Yuck, liver, boo. I never liked it growing up, but I am willing to try this. He made it sound really, really good. So, and I didn't like beets growing up, and I love it now. We've got different taste buds. Give it a try.
You're not supposed to eat the liver.
Yes, you are, and I'm going to eat the deer liver, too. So you better not leave it in the woods when you come out of the woods.
You'll have to go find it.
No, ew.
You'll have to go find it. It'll be there.
You have a video on it. Good. I will check that out.
Well, we're after...
Dehydrate the liver for dogs. Yes,
That's
my pie. That's a good idea if I don't like it. But I have a feeling I'm going to like it. Allison Cassidy. I didn't even notice you were in here. Good to see you, sweetie. My graphic designer is my brother-in-law's ex-girlfriend. Right?
Yeah.
Jordan. So, Jordan Rhodes Design. Jordan Rhodes Design. Rhodes is just like Justin Rhodes spelling.
No relation.
No relation. She's amazing and awesome and patient and caring and loving, and I highly recommend I mean, look at my logo. I think I have the best logo in the world. But I did get very picky with it, and she definitely did a good job. Getting started on homesteading, said fry the liver on low with onions.
Frying stuff does.
It is full of iron.
Yeah,
it's
my
so good.
a cast iron pan's full of iron. I'm not going to go take a bite of it.
Little Greek Homestead says, I need a logo, but I have no idea what to use for it. Then Fiverr might be a good idea for you. Fiverr is an app, a website.
I don't know.
Fiverr, Fiver, where you can spend $5 and it goes into a pool where everybody in there is a graphic designer, and they will pick if they want to do your job for you, and you can spend $5 and have your logo made, and they will come up with ideas for you. And that's the beauty of using Fiverr. If you don't have an idea, they have some great suggestions. My mom would order liver and onions at restaurants. Oh no. My mom used to cook it up for the dogs, and so to me it smells like dog food when it's cooking. So it's going to be really hard for me to get over the smell thing, because that's the barrier. I can't. Rose, pray I get goat babies this week, and Athena was uncomfortable today, staying by herself more. Oh, good. I was hoping that you'd be seeing some changes in her. Let's hope that we don't have any babies before I go to this conference, because Time is looking very poofy back there. Very poofy and jiggly. I mean, her udder is like filling out. Deer heart is as good as liver. I've heard deer heart's even better, like steak.
Yeah.
The liver can be made into pate or liver dumplings. Soak the deer liver in milk for at least 4 hours to help tame the wild flavor. Great suggestion, Deb. Breaded and fried. I was thinking of that. If I use a gluten-free breading. Ryan, when you bag that deer, I'll take the backstrap, please.
No.
I'm gonna eat the backstrap raw.
You could.
Like,
I'll cook some for you here.
Aww.
But you can't take the whole thing. That's like one of the best parts. Wow.
Very rare. That's interesting. Well, my friend who gave me the liver said that it was, he cooked it up for some friends, and they couldn't tell it was liver. They didn't know what they were eating. And they didn't gross out, and they loved it. We would only eat it smothered in ketchup. Yeah, don't say that for Ryan.
Carrie, how could you?
He hates ketchup. I'm not sure we are even keeping our channel name since we no longer have a Little Creek.
I'm gonna cry.
Save the neck meat too, Ryan. I have a great recipe for medieval venison stew with dried mushrooms.
Now that sounds delicious.
Halal one. Hello from Canton, Georgia. You're not that far. Thanks. All right, so I want you to save the liver, save the heart. What other organ meats should he save for me to make something yummy?
How about the gallbladder? Should I?
No.
You want the gallbladder?
Stop. Hello, Music Well. We are just about to head out ourselves.
I hear the kidneys are good for Hashimoto's, like for restoring. Or do you want?
Are you being?
Do you want the deer's adrenal glands? Would that help?
It actually probably would, and the thyroid too. Thank you.
No, you know
I'm taking pig thyroid. Why not?
There is some truth. If you do save some of the deer's glands on certain deer, you can hang them up and
Rocky Mountain oysters. Yes, Paige. I want to try them. We're doing it. If you get a buck, we're having Rocky Mountain oysters. I promise you, I'll take the first bite. That's one thing I've never had that I have always said I would if it was put in front of me properly cooked.
Some things you're not supposed to eat.
Why not?
No.
It doesn't sound very good.
No. All right, we gotta go.
We have got to go. Ryan has to get up early and go hunting with his new equipment.
Yeah.
You're excited, or is it going to rain you out?
No, I don't think it's going to.
Go in the rain anyway, babe.
Oh, of course I'm going in the rain anyway. If it's not too heavy, I can't get my crossbow all soaking wet. But,
do you oil a crossbow like you do a gun?
I put rail lube.
Wax,
I put rail lube on the rail, and I put string wax on the string. That's about it. You can do some other things, but you don't want it getting like rained on. You can sit in a ground blind and hunt.
It's a waste of an edible part if you don't eat them.
I can feed it to animals.
It's edible. Yeah, well then let's cook it up for the dog, and if we don't like it,
Lots
take a
of
bite.
things-
If you don't like
listen,
it, spit it out and feed it to the dog.
Lots of things are technically edible, but you're not going to go out of your way to eat them if you don't have to. That's how I feel about it.
Hello, Amy. We are just about to head out. I'm sorry you joined us at the end of the show. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to eat it, but we can feed it to the dog. Sorry, guys, to end on this.
I think it was funny.
Pulleys need oil sometimes also, Ryan.
Yeah, I know. I've been watching lots of videos. I'm going to be making a crossbow video soon, a beginner's perspective. I've actually become a fan of a different channel that all he does is crossbow hunting and crossbow stuff. And I've talked to him through private messages too. So that video is going to come out. I'll have a shout out to his channel and the stuff I've learned from him. And I'm on forums and stuff too. So I'm really trying to get good at this.
Paige, you're too much. Thank you. 320 Homestead also just joined us. Hello. I'm going to show that. Let it show. Okay, good. There we go. Yes, a nice deer. We need to get at least 2. I think we probably need 4. At least 4 deer to feed our family. Yeah, at least. So, you guys, please.
We're going to be hunting by fax pretty soon now that trail camera is huge help. I'll be able to really see and know what's back there. Did I tell them that I told them when I spooked the deer?
Yeah.
I want to know who that was. Boy, girl, size. I want to know everything about that
12 deer. I think you're right. I think we really do need 12 deer in our freezer.
Fill every tag.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we would eat it if we had it. And think about it. We would never have to worry about the weeks where we get to the end of the week and we're like, we have nothing to cook tonight.
That'd be great.
You know? We'd always have something to cook. I'm never going to get tired of eating venison. I mean, seriously, that wouldn't happen. So
that one that I got, the one I got.
Oh, the Pratts are live now. All right, guys, I don't want to be taken away from the Pratts live stream. I completely forgot that they were going live at 9. So for any of you that are into live shows and homesteading, go check out Pratt Family Homestead. They are live now. And tell them that Rose from Wholesome Roots sent you.
It is legal to bait in Georgia right now. It hasn't always been.
Year.
It has not always been. Check your local state laws and regulations if that's legal or not, because it's not legal everywhere.
I'm gonna say something
320 Homestead says, I wish I knew how to bow hunt. I'm just learning how to do this thing with the crossbow. I'm really enjoying it so far. There are people out there that do this.
He wants to say
Look
something.
it up on YouTube. There's forums, Crossbow Nation.
Before you go, guys, I need to tell you something a little bit weird and cool in Minecraft. So when I woke up, I was inside the end portal, and then I saw 3 Ender Dragons, and actually that was my dream. It came true. So I needed to kill all of them, and then they died.
Whoa. That is amazing.
Wow.
And here I thought you were going to tell them about your archery interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you watch that, guys?
The video's not out yet. I'm editing it now.
Oh,
They'll get to watch
You
it
want to
tomorrow.
tell them a little sneak peek? Say, sneak peek, don't miss tomorrow's video.
sneak peek. Don't miss tomorrow's video.
Because Rowan does something really special. Because he's trying to be just like his dad. And you did a dream too? Yeah. Okay, Sleepyhead.
Wow.
You want to come say bye?
Yeah, we're gonna say
All right,
bye.
you guys. Thank you so much. 3 dragons. Wow, come on. You want to say bye?
No, I want to tell my team about them.
You want to tell them about it?
Yeah. My friend was about, I wanted to feel.
His dream was that he wanted to snuggle with me.
Yeah, that's a cute dream.
Thank you, Liam.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. Like. Share. Subscribe. Do
Like,
everything
share.
for us. That'll make us happy.